Would you like to achieve your one-year goals in just 3 months? If you answered yes, then keep watching because today I'm going to summarize a book called The 12-Week Year. Get more done in 12 weeks than others do in 12 months by Brian Moran and Michael Lennington. Most businesses and people set annual goals and create 12-month plans. You also do this in your own life. You set a New Year's resolution on January 1st and commit to changing your life by December 31st. The authors of the book argue that this type of thinking and planning is ineffective, wastes time, and stops you from achieving your goals. If annualized planning doesn't work, what is the alternative? The authors argue that a better alternative is the 12-week year program. Here's why. Seasons don't exist. In the 12-week year program, there are no seasons like summer, winter, or autumn. A week now takes the place of a month, and each day accounts for a week. This perspective makes every day and week extremely important. Frequent deadlines. All the excitement and productivity of the year-end push happen 4 times a year. Your deadline is always in sight, so you stop telling yourself there's plenty of time. If you have a slow week, you might be able to make it up the following week, but you know you can't afford too many bad weeks if you want to be successful. This mindset makes every day important and the need to produce results every week vital. Accurate planning. You can't possibly predict every action you will take over a 12-month period, so any plan you make will be based on assumptions and theories. In contrast, a 12-week plan removes assumptions because the time frame is short enough for you to make an accurate plan and execute it successfully. Early feedback. Instead of waiting until December to find out if you failed or succeeded, you find out much sooner and can course correct. There's no need to wait another year. Relaxation and celebration. You look forward to relaxation and celebration after all your hard work. You now have 4 opportunities to reflect on your achievements and take a few days off to recharge. When you come back, you have a fresh start. If, for some reason, your first 12 weeks didn't work out as hoped, you don't have to wait another year. You have 3 more chances to get it right and finish the year strong. If these benefits excite you, here is the 4-step formula. Vision. Everything around you, such as your computer or phone, was created twice. First, it started as an idea or vision in someone's head, and second, it was created in physical form. Before you set goals, you need to get crystal clear about your destination and your vision for the year. Imagine it this way. The year has ended, and you look back, seeing that you have achieved all your goals. What does that perfect year look like? How much are you earning? Do you finally have your own business? Are you earning $10,000 per month? Are you in great shape as you've always wanted? This is the dreaming stage. Dream big and don't let your analytical mind question how you will achieve it all in 12 weeks. This is not the time to figure out the how. It's time to dream and dream big. Why dream big? Because soon you will push yourself beyond your comfort zone, and if it's not big and exciting enough, you might give up. Plan your execution. Now that you know where you want to go, it's time to plan how you will get there. First, find a clear goal. You might have more than one goal, but don't overwhelm yourself with too many. Identify a few essential ones that, if achieved, will bring you the results you want. Second, list all the key tasks for that goal and plan how you will get them done. Apply the same logic you applied to goals and focus on key tasks. For example, your goal might be to earn $120,000 for the year. Now, how do you plan to earn that amount of money within 12 weeks? Will you earn $10,000 in the first week? Another $10,000 in the second week and continue at this rate for the rest of the time? Or will the first 4 weeks have no earnings, but in the remaining 8 weeks, you will earn $15,000 per month? The goal at this stage is to plan each week and identify what results need to be achieved by the end of the week. What tasks need to be done each week? Each week needs to be planned in advance, and it should look like this. The goal at the top of the page for that week. A list of tasks to achieve that goal. When planning, One of the most common questions you will ask yourself is, how do I get this task done within 1 week? How do I achieve this big goal within 3 weeks? Let me tell you a little secret. You are asking the wrong question. You shouldn't be asking how, but rather who. I recently read a book called Who Not How by one of the greatest business coaches, Dan Sullivan. Dan says when we want something done, we are trained to ask, how can I do this? This is the wrong question. The right question is, who can do this for me? For example, if you need to design a logo, ask, who can do this for me? Instead of, how can I do this? You might say, well, I have no idea how to find a logo designer, so I will figure out how to do it myself. If you don't know who can design a logo, then find another person who can find you a logo designer. Again, you need another who question, not a how question. This sounds simple, and it is simple, but don't let the simplicity fool you. Asking who is not natural for us, so it will take quite some effort to shift your mindset. Once you start asking the who question, doors open up for you. It saves you so much time and money, plus improves the quality of your output because you involve others who are experts at what they do. Step number 3, control your process. The idea is simple. At the beginning of each week, ideally on Monday, review the progress you made in the last week. Did you complete all the tasks for the past week or not? In the next step, I will explain how to measure your progress. Once the evaluation of the last week is done, create a new weekly plan for the coming week. Check your weekly plan every day to ensure you are completing the right tasks and that the timeline of your week still makes sense. If it does, then keep moving. If not, review the plan and restructure the tasks to achieve the week's goal. Step number 4, measure your progress. You can't know if you are progressing without measuring it. This is actually one of my favorite parts of the book, and here's why I like it. The author recommends 2 types of measuring systems. For results, for example, let's say you want to lose 1 kilo of weight per week. To achieve that, you have planned to exercise 5 times a week and eat 2,000 calories a day. Measurement of the result, the amount of weight lost in 1 week. Did you lose 1 kilo in the past week or not? For execution, this is different. It's the number of tasks you completed to achieve that result. In this example, it's 5 days of exercising and eating under 2,000 calories per day. Did you exercise for 5 days and eat under 2,000 calories every single day? If yes, then you have a 100% execution score. This is the measurement of execution. The author says you should focus more on measuring execution rather than results. People who focus more on execution have a higher chance of reaching their goals compared to people who only measure their results. Using the weight loss example, if the only thing you measure is the result, losing 1 kilo per week, you might get discouraged if you don't see immediate results. However, if you focus on execution, you know that the result will come because you are doing all the right things. The author says if you complete 85% or more of your tasks every week, results will come and you will reach your goals. You might not see the result for 1 week, but the next week you will probably see it if you stick to executing your plan. What if the result doesn't come after 2 or 3 weeks? That means something is wrong with your plan and it needs to change. For example, maybe you calculated the calories wrong. You needed to eat 1,500 calories instead of 2,000 to achieve the result you wanted. This is why it's important to measure both the result and execution separately. To quickly summarize the 4-step formula, create a clear vision. Plan how you will execute your vision. Control your process by evaluating the past week and planning for the new week. Measure your progress and focus more on execution. If you'd like to stop watching at this point, you can do that. You already got the core message of the book. However, I have 10 small tips that will make it very easy for you to implement this 4-step formula. Tip number 1. Manage your time well by splitting your day into blocks. It takes approximately 15 minutes to get back to your tasks after checking emails or text messages. On average, 28% of employees' days are spent managing interruptions and refocusing. In a 40-hour work week, that is 11 hours wasted. That's why the author advises separating your day into 3 blocks. Block number 1, strategic block, time to work on strategic tasks. Minimum 3 hours. No emails, no talking to colleagues, no daydreaming about lunch. Block number 2, buffer block, for handling small tasks like emails or calls. Block number 3, breakout block. Allow your mind to rest and recharge to work at full capacity and focus. Tip number 2, work-life balance is a lie. You struggle to balance work, family, friends, health, and personal time by giving equal time and energy to each. This often leads to overextending yourself and frustration. Success happens when you intentionally create an imbalance and direct your time and energy towards 1 or 2 areas of your life. Different moments in life require different amounts of energy. Tip number 3, avoid having too many goals. Too many goals mean too many strategies and obstacles. They quickly drain your energy and make you give up. Tip number 4, create a routine. Your execution will suffer without a routine. You need a routine for everything, from sleep to work time. Tip number 5, create your model week. Your model week is like your perfect scenario where you get everything done. Once you start designing it, you can see if your plan is realistic. If the plan isn't realistic, you won't find space on your calendar for some tasks. Make sure to do this before starting week 1. Tip number 6, avoid focusing on tasks that involve your weaknesses. Most tasks should be based on your strengths, not your weaknesses. Tip number 7, you are allowed to say no. When someone invites you somewhere or asks you to commit to something, say no as often as you can. Tip number 8, don't multitask. Spreading your attention too thin over multiple directions means you're not fully applying yourself to any task. This can lead to burnout and mediocrity. Focus on one task at a time. Tip number 9, some tasks will not get done, and it is okay. Many people believe they can do everything and work day and night to catch up. They focus on quick tasks to get them out of the way, which endangers strategic tasks. Some tasks will fall through the cracks, and that's okay, but these should never be strategic ones. Tip number 10, celebrate, even if you didn't reach your goal. You still have 3 more chances and probably made significant progress, so celebrate and start again. Bonus tip from my personal experience, sleep well. I can't emphasize the importance of sleep enough. It's the best productivity tip you will ever need. Despite knowing its importance, sleep is often sacrificed when things get tough. Keep an eye on your sleep. It's an area I'm also working to improve. In the end, I want to mention that the reason I summarize this book isn't because I know a lot about planning, quite the opposite. I struggle with it, and that's why I picked up this book. I usually read books on areas I want to improve, and this was one of them. I hope you found this video useful. Thanks for watching.